Yo guys, welcome back to a new video. So today I'm going to be doing a video suggested by Mike01, and that's the up and downs of Alicia Clark. So I've kind of thought about it from season 1 to 7, and I've thought, is she good that season? Is she bad that season? What did she do that I thought was good or bad? What can I even remember? Did she do much that season? So I'm just going to start at season 1 and make our way through to season 7. So with season 1, I can't really say if Alicia went up or down because it's where she started, but definitely in season 1, Alicia had a strong start. There were only 6 episodes and there were quite a few characters to really juggle in between them episodes, but Alicia was definitely shown off to be very smart and she wasn't stupid, but she also was like a teenage girl, so like you have to take that into account. Like, she had this responsible, smart, great side, but she was also still just a kid, a teenager, and so she wasn't really fully like the most responsible person. And with the whole apocalypse happening, it was a bit bizarre. But I thought that Alicia was good in season 1. I thought that she didn't do too much, but because there wasn't really a chance to do too much. There was that time where she saved Nick. It's kind of like she went to leave to see a boyfriend even though Madison said she shouldn't, and she was going to leave Nick, but then Nick had problems and she ended up going back and staying. A bit of that kind of dynamic between, she literally was feeling 2 different ways. She was just a person with different sides. But, I can't fault Alicia in season 1. I think she's a great character. Season 2, I believe Alicia definitely went up. I think that Alicia got elevated in season 2. So she definitely made a stupid mistake at the start of season 2 by contacting the kind of pirates or the other crew because she was chatting with that guy. And that was obviously an irresponsible decision, but we've already mentioned in season 1 that, she's, it's something that happens. I don't think Alicia's stupid. I think it was a stupid decision, but Alicia wasn't stupid. And I think that it didn't make her character unlikable. It was just a mistake and something to learn across. And like I said, with the apocalypse happening and everything, you wouldn't really know what was going on. And so to speak to some other people on a radio, it was kind of good. She would have liked it. But as season 2 went on, and getting to the very end, like episodes like Wraith, Alicia started becoming quite a badass. Like, she was saving Travis. She saved Travis because Travis was going to die, and I think Alicia ended up killing a guard or something, and then that ended up stopping Travis to die, and everyone was then in trouble. But at least Alicia saved Travis in the moment, and that was a brave thing to do. It was strong of her. It was a decision that arguably wasn't irresponsible. Like, you could decide either way whether it was, but it just made Alicia that much more likable. It showed the kind of bravery and like what she could be in the future, like a really good leader, a hero. So by the end of season 2, Alicia started growing into this life of the apocalypse, and it was definitely a big up for her. Alicia in season 3 was probably the best that she ever was. She was courageous, she was brave, she was optimistic, she was fierce. Alicia was the best in season 3. She was just a character that was very interesting. She was definitely like, the more we also learned about Madison, she definitely also felt like her mother's daughter. Alicia would do brave things, like when she wanted to stay with Taka because she wanted to keep the peace. It was a brave thing staying with Taka, God knows what he could have done. Wanting to go out with Jake, getting a relationship with Jake, that was great. That was really cool to see. And Alicia didn't really do anything irresponsible. And you could argue that like staying with Taka and going out with Jake and him saying like she shouldn't is irresponsible. But it, the word I keep using, brave, it really is. Alicia is interesting. It's like, I want to watch the show. And that's the thing about season 3. It doesn't matter what character I'm watching. I'm interested in all of them. And Alicia is just one of the highlights of season 3. She is just a complete W in season 3. So yeah, season 3, Alicia was just getting better. So obviously then we go on to season 4, where Alicia took her first L, and it won't be her last. Season 4, Alicia was just, I don't remember what she did, because maybe she didn't do that much in season 4. I don't remember. The only thing that makes me think about season 4 and Alicia is how quickly she forgave Charlie. Like, I know they were like alone, but Charlie was directly the reason that her home got destroyed, her mother died. They were indirectly, Charlie was the fault of her home being destroyed, and her mother dying, and she directly killed her brother. And Alicia treats Charlie like an angel. I just don't understand it. Like, why? She wants to take Charlie to the beach. And then in season 7 they make a joke, we finally made it to the beach. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you do that for Charlie? Like, I don't understand. Like, I know that it's a nice thing to do, and you could argue that Alicia's that nice that, like, she's such a W character. It's like, no, Alicia kind of ruins any bravery or any kind of strong wall she has. Like, she's just a bit of a coward. Like, either kill Charlie, leave her alone, you know. Like, she's ruined your whole life, and you're gonna treat her like your daughter. Like, I know that people will disagree and say that, well, you know, maybe she should have, but that's a massive L for Alicia, and I don't think she's a bad person, you know, and like I said she loses some of the bravery in that. She's still, like, a brave character. She still somewhat resembles what she was before the reboot, but, like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, like, Alicia is amazing, and, like, season 4 Alicia was fantastic. She definitely took a W, an L. She definitely took an L in season 4. And then in season 5, she just takes an even bigger L. I mean, come on, she didn't even want to kill a walker. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I haven't watched season 4 and 5 in a long time, and, like, I watched season 4 and then didn't come back and finish it and continue for, like, years. So it's a little bit dodgy, and I need to rewatch them, but as we all know, they're crap, so, like, when do I want to rewatch them and really remember, you know? Like, I just zoned out during them. But Alicia wouldn't even kill a walker for, I think, trauma. But while the idea of trauma and not killing a walker is interesting, and it's a concept that should be explored, Alicia was not the right character to do that with. Like, she was not the kind of character that would give you that impression that she wouldn't kill a walker and she would nearly get herself killed because she wouldn't kill a walker. It really was just ridiculous, and, like, that's all I can also remember Alicia doing in season 5. After season 6 and 7, I remember more, but really season 4 and 5 were just Morgan, and Alicia was a bit of a dragged on afterthought. So, you know, once again, Alicia just goes down and takes another L in season 5. Season 6, Alicia was a pretty decent up, definitely better than season 4 and 5. Was she amazing? I don't think she was amazing. She was okay, but I don't really remember too much that she did. A bit like a problem. Like, season 4, 5, and 6, I don't really remember what she did. Season 7, 1, 2, 3, 7, I actually can, like, say Alicia did this, Alicia did that, you know, but season 6, I don't really know what Alicia did. The only thing that sticks out is more of the ending part to season 6 with Teddy. I thought that was pretty cool how she wouldn't take any of what Teddy was saying, and it was really cool to see her just absolutely just... She was just there, and Teddy was like all this dramatic, and Alicia just did not care. I actually thought that was quite funny. I actually really did like that. But Alicia didn't shine me in season 6. She didn't impress me. You know, she felt as though she was on the same level as Dwight, Althea, you know, and again, the show was Morgan here, everyone else down there, and in this group of bags like Alicia, Dwight, you know, Luciana, Daniel, they're all here. Morgan's up here. So with Alicia, I don't really remember what she did in season 6, and I know that maybe I'm forgetting some bits. You know, seasons 1 through to 3 are the ones I like the most, and the ones that I remember what Alicia does and remember what happens. The rest of it really just feels like it's forcing an agenda over Morgan. So Alicia's just treated as like every other character. So she basically follows in the same kind of way as the season is. So Alicia was fine in season 6. I can't sit here and say that she was a horrible character. She went down. You know, at least she got over her trauma, which I think she did at the end of season 5, but at least she definitely didn't. She was a fine character in season 6. I'm not going to sit though and say that she was amazing. Season 7, Alicia, is probably mixed opinions for me. I'll be honest. There are some things I like and some things I don't like. So things I don't like about Alicia in season 7 that definitely make her a bit of a down, a bit of an L, is that she's with Teddy's group. Like, she's leading them. And I don't really like that. I don't know what possessed Alicia to want to lead their group, but I'm not, like, convinced by it all. And then Alicia also has an obsession with Padre, And I can understand it. But it's very, very weird, her obsession with Padre. Like, there was the dead body or the dead walker that she was dragging around because that would lead her to Padre. That was weird. And Alicia felt a little bit delusional, like she was part of a cult. And I understand that maybe she was kind of somewhat subtly brainwashed, but I don't think she was. Or I don't think that there was enough evidence to prove that she was. Even though she's acting as though she was, the ends don't justify the means in terms of, I don't feel like there was enough evidence to agree with that. But what I did like is the episode of Mina. I thought that Amina was great. Not the episode, but the concept of Alicia saving Strand because she wanted to be remembered, wanted Strand to live on and tell what Alicia did for him, and to tell about her mother because she thought Madison was dead, and to tell about, Alicia. I thought that was good. I thought the episode of Mina wasn't great. It literally required even little effort to be good because the actual concept was good, and to just execute it well needed little effort, and there was no effort put into it. So, or at least there was there was effort, but my god, in the wrong direction. It was terrible. I thought Alicia as well. I did like the way she maybe dealt with Strand. That was a bit of a W. Like, she would kind of fight back with Strand when there was the whole argument, and that was summer. But really, Alicia didn't do too much in season 7, and that is also considering she didn't show up halfway through. Well, she did a lot for being in season 7 halfway through, but that's also something I didn't like. But I can't take that against Alicia, because really, it's not her fault that none of it's really her fault. It's about the writers and whatever. But showing up halfway through season 7 is not something that I'm going to criticize her for. I'm not going to do that. But Alicia was a mixed bag in season 7. There were okay parts, and there were not so good parts. So I can't really give you a definitive. It's just like 50-50. Probably a bit more on the L side. Alicia was definitely a bit more down in season 7. So that's kind of what I would say. Season 1, 2 to 3, Alicia just went up, up, up. She got better and better. Season 4 and 5 were horrific. Alicia was just not the character that she had set out to be. And season 6 and 7 were better. Season 6 being fine. I think Alicia definitely went from here to here. But not here, but mid-tier. And then season 7 was kind of around this area. Not as good as season 6, but not as terrible as season 4 and 5. It's weird, It's sad what they did to Alicia. When you look at it, just because we saw a lot of Alicia didn't mean she was always good. And the more I think about it, the more I kind of realise about that. But again, maybe it's just my recollection from season 4 to 7, because, like I said, they are the seasons that, when watching them, you are just so taken back and shocked by what happens that, I can't really remember what's actually going on with, Alicia and everything in particular, besides, the couple bits I obviously mentioned, Alicia and Charlie, Alicia and her trauma of not killing walkers or whatever, Alicia and Teddy, Alicia and Strand. They're the kind of main things I can remember, but besides that, Alicia was just, shown. Season 4 and 5, we saw more of her, and season 6 and 7 saw more character intrinsic episodes, definitely at least at the start of the season. And like I say, season 7, Alicia didn't even show up until halfway through the season, so what can we as much judge her on then? But thanks for watching. I know this video was a little bit weird. I definitely think I was a little unprepared, but I thought it was just such a good video idea. I really wanted to do it, so thanks again, Mike01. But what season do you think Alicia was best in? Do you think Alicia was consistent? Do you think she was terrible at the start and got better? Or do you agree with me that she started off great and just flatlined a little bit? Please let me know. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.